follow me, what do you see it like? Do you, right now, you're saying the list would come out any time around, but what is it, the worst case scenario with the BJP is anticipating by possibly making these generational shift changes, especially where Mr. Yediyurappa comes into concern?
Well, it is a gamble. It is definitely a gamble. But the BJP, of course, realizes, the ground reality at the moment, and hence is making these changes. Of course, there is that balancing act that you need to do. While you cannot accept all the candidates that Mr. Yediyurappa wants to pitch on this electoral battlefield, some say, that he had at least 15 different candidates that he had, in fact, put forth, including, of course, his son, BY Vijendra, as well from his...
His son is going to get the ticket that he wants under constituency? Because one party, one family, one ticket.
That is definitely the BJP philosophy. Mr. Yediyurappa is not contesting this election. So, and the gestures that we've seen towards BY Vijendra in the recent past when Mr. Amit Shah was there at Mr. Yediyurappa's residence over a breakfast meeting, you saw that he took the bouquet from Mr. Yediyurappa, gave it to BY Vijendra and posed with him for the photograph. So it was a clear endorsement over there. So I personally do not have any doubts about BY Vijendra getting a ticket, possibly from Shikaripura itself. But the BJP would not like the way Mr. Yediyurappa himself announced that, Vijendra will be contesting from Shikaripura. That is something that the BJP doesn't quite like. You making announcements even before there's a protocol in place within the party. The protocol needs to be followed, and even before that protocol has in fact had the opportunity to sit down, you've announced and you're trying a sort of particular pressure tactic.
Rajdeep, the ground situation in Gujarat when these sweeping changes were made were very different. Other than corruption, taint and charges, there was really no high anti-incumbency. Karnataka is very different politically on ground.
Plus, it's the Prime Minister's home state. Look, it was Mr. Modi's engine in Karnataka, in Gujarat. He had the ability to have this pan-Gujarat appeal, which really meant that individual candidates didn't matter. Karnataka is very different. District to district, Karnataka's politics changes, constituency to constituency. The caste equations matter. For all the talk of, which candidate to remove, who to give a ticket, the critical factor in Karnataka boils down to caste. It all boils down to who plays the caste arithmetic. Why is this list taking so long? Because both sides are trying to get their caste arithmetic right. There are individual candidates who carry about 10,000 votes each, whichever party they contest from, even as independents. That's why Karnataka is such a uniquely competitive, caste-ridden state that you can't compare it to Gujarat, which is a BJP-dominant state. But if the BJP could do it in Gujarat, I guess they've decided we'll experiment in some way in Karnataka. We've seen it in other states where the BJP has dropped a number of sitting MLAs like Uttarakhand in the past. The BJP has done very well. So it is possible that the BJP believes that, look, let's drop. This is the opportunity to effect this change in Karnataka. It's now or never. Mr. Yediyurappa is in the autumn of his career. We waited for the last 20 years. Effectively, the state Karnataka unit has revolved around Mr. Yediyurappa's persona. This is the first election where he isn't the central figure in a BJP campaign.
I'm going to come back to it. Will Yediyurappa also, because he's miffed, is what we are hearing, will strike back? But final comments, I'll come to you, Mr. Sakit, but I want to go back to Sanju Verma first. Sanju Verma, you can change your candidates, but you cannot change what the narrative has been where the BJP is concerned, built on what the Congress alleges: corruption, communal polarization and abject apathy.
Preeti, the Congress can spin a yarn, but like I said, be it the 8-lane Bengaluru-Mysore expressway, be it the expansion of the Bengaluru-Mangaluru highway, be it the Mysore-Kushalnagar highway, be it the Terminal 2 of the Kempengowda International Airport, be it something which is symbolic but still so relevant. For the first time in 41 years, you had a Prime Minister called Narendra Modi who visited Mandya, and we all know that Mandya, the sugar belt, is so important. Purely from a perception point of view when Karnataka goes to polls. So my simple logic is this: people who have received those 48 lakh toilets in Karnataka, people who have received those 32 lakh Ujjwala connections, people who have received those 33 lakh Ayushman cards, people who have received more than 1.2 crore Jal Jeevan Mission piped water facilities, these are the beneficiaries who will swing the votes in favor of BJP because development does count.